It's an interesting time for privacy. I'm sure you're all aware of two events coming up. One is the new privacy laws in New Zealand. I mean, if we look at the old laws, they're fairly toothless. In all honesty, they existed. People knew they existed. Most people could tell you there's an act. The contents of it were blindly ignored by the bulk of the New Zealand public. With the new laws coming in December, they're far more aligned to the likes of GDPR and the Australian data breach. They will have teeth. There are fines involved if you are found to be culpable in losing people's PII. Obviously, like the experiences overseas, these will need to be tested in the court of law. And once they have been tested, we will know far more about it. And I'm confident that the various privacy organisations are going to want to make examples of people rapidly in order to stamp their authority down. So we all need to become very familiar with the laws, what they mean, what is private information, where you store that private information, and how you secure that private information. We then need to think about our cybersecurity in terms of how our data is organized, what and where our data is, and how we can stop it flowing out the door in an unstructured fashion. And it may not be that we are under the guise of cybercrime. It might be a simple accident of emailing spreadsheet of names and addresses to the wrong people. So there's been tools to assist with this for years and years. Data loss prevention is the name we usually give it. CASBs also assist. And generally, your normal firewall, be it what it may, can assist quite a lot with this sort of problem. However, you've got to understand the problem first. You've got to understand what is PII, where your private information is, people's private information is located with regard to your data repositories, where those repositories are, and consider bringing them into our territory, or at least a sanctioned territory. We have to have made effort to protect them. We have to monitor. We have to ensure that we know if there's a breach, what happened, where it happened, and what we are going to do about it. And you can probably avoid being fined and exposed. And I don't even think the fines are the big issue. It's the impact on the brand or your company's ethics, I suppose, if you do get caught, and how you deal with that. So a good idea now is to start understanding that act, looking at your policies, looking at your procedures, how you do things, looking at how that impacts on your cybersecurity and your operations, and doing something about it before the act comes into play in December.